Did you open a terrorist investigation for this attack?
Well, that is the local police jurisdiction. That is their responsibility. You should be talking to the Montreal.
What the RCMP is doing regarding our agency members living here in Canada. Alexa for Rebel News in Montreal, and today I'm bringing you an update on the attack against Temple Emmanuel Bet Shalom in Westmount, a Jewish synagogue that was targeted overnight on June 5th. While court proceedings involving the accused, 38 years old Stephen Liu, continue to be postponed, Canada's Minister of Public Safety, Gary Anandasangaree, paid a visit to the synagogue on June 12th. I caught up with the minister during his visit, and his reaction to my questions was quite revealing. But before I show you that exchange, let's take a step back and look at why this case may be far more complicated than it first appeared. According to the Montreal Gazette, Liu was allegedly found in possession of a walkie-talkie at the time of his arrest, raising questions about whether he may have been communicating with someone else during the attack. So far, Liu has been charged with arson, arson by negligence, using an explosive substance with intent to damage or destroy a synagogue, possession of an explosive substance, possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, and wearing a disguise with intent to commit a crime. Notably, no hate crime-related charges have been laid so far. That could simply mean the investigation is still ongoing. But the unanswered question remains: who was Stephen Liu allegedly communicating with? Why did he allegedly have a walkie-talkie? Was someone directing his actions? Was he acting alone, or was he part of something larger? Those questions matter because of what has recently been uncovered in Toronto. On June 11, Toronto police officer Mark Penizotto was fatally shot while officers were executing a search warrant connected to the investigation into the March 10 attack on the U.S. consulate in Toronto. Meanwhile, the U.S. authorities have charged Mohammed Bakr Saad Dawood al-Sadi, who prosecutors allege is a senior member of Kataib Hezbollah and Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. According to U.S. prosecutors, al-Sadi is alleged to have directed the attack on the U.S. consulate and another attack targeting a synagogue in Canada, while also helping coordinate nearly 20 attacks across Europe linked to an Iranian-backed militant network. So naturally, a question arises: could the attack on Temple Emmanuel Bet Shalom have been part of something bigger than a local act of vandalism or hate? Could there be any connection to a broader network? At this point, there is no public evidence establishing such a link, but given the allegations emerging from other investigations, it is a question worth asking.
You mentioned synagogues and Jewish schools specifically. We haven't had confirmation of that yet. Are there any shootings that you can tell us about that you believe are part of this network for hire being responsible?
So the commonality is the MO, or the scheme, as we call it, where we do believe that the people that have committed the shootings at the Jewish schools and the synagogues are involved in a similar scheme. And we take the evidence from the scene of the members videotaping the acts, which is common to ensure that they're getting paid for what they've been sent out to do.
That is exactly what I asked Public Safety Minister Gary Anandasangaree when he met with members of Montreal Jewish community on Friday evening. Mr. Anandasangaree, hi, how are you? I'm one of the few journalists covering the anti-Semitism that is happening in Montreal. Can you tell us if a terrorist investigation has been opened for this synagogue?
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
Did you open a terrorist investigation for this attack?
Well, that is the local police jurisdiction. That is their responsibility. You should be talking to the Montreal police.
The man was found with a walkie-talkie. Do you think it was related with what happened to the police officer in Toronto that was linked to IRGC?
I'm unable to speculate on that.
What are you doing for expulsing IRGC members who are operating on our soil?
We're taking decisive action. Is the door open?
Are you going to take that seriously, Mr. Anandasangaree?
Thank you.
Also attending the meeting was RCMP officer Martin Roach. I took the opportunity to ask him about the weekly anti-Israel protests that continue to take place in Montreal and the growing concerns being raised by members of the Jewish community. Do you think it was linked to IRGC as well, like as the Toronto police?
The Montreal Police Service will be able to answer your questions on that.
The RCMP is not going to investigate further, maybe for terrorist attack, or
The Montreal Police are the ones investigating right now.
so what the RCMP is doing regarding IRGC members living here in Canada.
We do our investigations when it comes to national security mandate, but the Montreal Police is investigating whatever took place here.
Okay, and can I ask you just a quick question regarding the walkie-talkie that was found on the man that was arrested?
That Montreal Police would be able
You have no comment about
No,
that?
this is the Montreal Police Service is responsible for that investigation, so I can comment for their investigation.
And one last comment. You know, the criminal code is covered by the federal. It's clear in the criminal code that we can't give support to terrorist organization. We can't glorify terrorist organization. How come since October 7, 2023, we are seeing people in our street glorifying Hamas, Hezbollah, giving support to those terrorist organizations, and there is no arrest, no investigation, nothing has been done, but it is a crime under the criminal code. How come it's not being enforced, neither here in Montreal, neither in Toronto, neither across Canada?
I can tell you it's been informed, so it's been enforced. So there are several investigations across Canada, and then, like I said, the Montreal Police Service is investigating this particular incident, and then we are fully in link, and there's been several investigations across Canada.
You find that there is laxism regarding that in our cities?
No, there's no laxism. We take these incidents seriously, and there's full investigation.
I was in court today, and the hearing of Stephen Liu was again postponed, but we will follow this story closely. You can follow us at ribbonnews.com. If you are here in Canada and you're not a citizen, but you're in the streets chanting anti-Semitic slogan, or you're involved with all kind of controversy involving effigies, you should be deported back. So if you agree, go and sign the petition at deportamas.com right now.